Hi and welcome to another video. In this video, I want to help you calculate your daily caloric needs in less than 30 seconds. So here's what we're gonna do. There are equations that are published in the literature that can estimate roughly how many calories we burn per day. And if your goal is to maintain your body weight, then that is the total amount of calories that you would wanna be eating every day. If your goal is to lose body weight, then you can subtract 500 calories from that number so that you would lose 1 pound at the end of the week. If your goal is to put on muscle mass, then you can eat, if you're a female, an extra 30 calories per day. If you are a male, you would want to eat an extra 60 calories per day to be able to put on more muscle, making sure, of course, that we are lifting heavy weights and eating adequate amounts of protein within that amount of calories that we're eating. The equation that I like to use is a more accurate equation than the one that is used in a lot of online calculators. Most online calculators utilize the Harris-Benedict equation, which overestimates the amount of calories that a person would burn. A better, more accurate equation that I recommend you use is called the Mifflin equation. It is named after the researchers that developed this equation. And I'm going to link an article in the description below that has all of the equations that I'm talking about and the details on how to go about calculating your calorie needs. So the Mifflin equation for males is 10 times your weight in kilos plus 6.25 times your height in centimeters minus 5 times your age in years, and then you add plus 5 to that. That's for males, and that's gonna give you your basal metabolism, which is the amount of calories that you would burn if you were to sit at home, not lift a finger all day long. For females, you wanna do 10 times weight in kilos plus 6.25 times height in centimeters minus 5 times age in years minus 161. Now that we've gotten the basal metabolism, which is the amount of calories that you would burn if you were to not move a muscle, not really walk or even use the bathroom or anything like that. No muscle is moving except your lungs and the muscles, the smooth muscle cells, which are just necessary for your survival. But you're not physically moving in terms of running errands, walking around the house, or doing actual exercise. Now that you've gotten your basal metabolism, what you want to do is multiply that by something called the physical activity factor, which is a number that reflects how physically active you are. If you are sedentary and you're bedbound all day long, you would multiply your basal metabolism, multiply that by 1.2. If you're working at an office, like a 9-to-5 job, and you don't really work out outside of that, then you would multiply your basal metabolism by 1.4 to 1.5. If you have a seated job with a little bit of movement involved, but not really any strenuous physical activity, then you would multiply your basal metabolism by 1.6 to 1.7. If your job requires being standing all day long, let's say you're a shop assistant or you're doing housework, then you would multiply your basal metabolism by 1.8 to 1.9. If you do 30 to 60 minutes of physical activity 4 to 5 times a week, then you would multiply your basal metabolism by 2. If you're an athlete or you do a very physically demanding job, then you would multiply your basal metabolism by 2 to 2.4. And that's it. You do the Mifflin equation, the number you get is then multiplied by the physical activity factor, and now you know the total amount of calories your body generally burns per day. And then depending on your goals, if you want to maintain your body weight, then you would consume that amount of calories per day. If your goal is to lose a pound a week, then you would subtract 500 calories from that number every day. If your goal is to gain weight in the form of adding more muscle mass to your frame, then you would add 30 calories to that number if you're a female, and you would add 60 calories to that number if you are a male per day. I hope this has been helpful. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and you can also hit that notification bell button so that you are alerted every time I post a new video. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.